Hey gamers, Brent with shortpause.com, and tonight I'll be streaming Everybody's Gone to the Rapture on the PlayStation 4 from developer The Chinese Room in collaboration with Sony Santa Monica. This is a first-person, like kind of a mystery. Basically you awaken in this world. And I think you're in England, where an apocalyptic event has happened. You're trying to discover what happened. There's radios you can listen to along the way. They kind of give you clues, and then there's characters that you kind of discover and find out what happened to them in the events leading up to the apocalypse. So I played a little bit last night. I got through the first two characters just so I can get an idea of what the game is about and how to play it. So I'm going to start a new game so you can watch it from the beginning. I don't want to continue playing from this save because I don't want to get to the ending and spoil it for anybody. So we're just going to stream for an hour, the first hour, and see what we can discover here. Lots of good trophies in this game, too. I think there was a ton of golds, ton of silvers. There's a platinum. A lot of it has to do with discovery. Other things are kind of random events that you have to initiate. If you haven't yet, check out the soundtrack. Listen to some of the tracks on iTunes, or I think the PlayStation blog had a few, and the soundtrack is magnificent. It's just a phenomenal soundtrack that just sounds beautiful.
I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.
Now, I don't think you play as her. Because, well, maybe you do. Because her name wasn't Kate. I mean, I could seriously listen to this soundtrack all day. It's so beautiful. Now, see, I think this is where the scientists work that you listen to, that are on these radios and all these calls and such.
I'm going to continue to broadcast for as long as I am able. If I'm right, we should be able to pick up the signal right across the valley. The event has left markers. We don't understand it yet, but we're going to keep working to try and understand it. You can use them to find what you're looking for. The answers, they're all here. The answers are in the light.
Whenever you turn on these TVs, you just hear this girl ringing off these numbers. This gives you an idea how big the map is. Where it says you are here, that's where we're at, obviously, right now. And then I think I was all the way up to where Little Tipworth is up there at the top. So I mean, it's a pretty expansive map. A lot to explore. I don't think you can enter all the buildings or all the houses in this village, but some of them you can, some of them you can't. So there's a phone ringing.
This is a special announcement by the Emergency Measures Committee. Due to exceptional circumstances, radio and television in this area has been brought under the control of the EMC as per the Crisis Preparedness and Action Bill of 1982. Keep your radio and television on at all times. Stay indoors and avoid contact with other people. Do not attempt to telephone outside your local area. Do not panic and remain civil and calm. Stay tuned to this station for updates.
Just want to check something here because last night I didn't really explore a lot of things, and there's a lot of things you can interact with. Like the X button, it showed you at the beginning, X to interact with this item, but eventually it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't tell you anything. Like you go up to doors and such, and you just oh yeah, there's one of the first events. Now apparently the reviews said that you can't. There a lot of the complaints were, I guess, the speed of the way your character moves. You're very slow, obviously, right now. But if you hold down R2, eventually he'll speed up, I guess, and it is a little bit quicker. Due to how much exploration there is, it's a good thing. So he's moving relatively quick now. So now when you come up to these things in the sky, you have to tilt the controller to kind of tune in, and then, boom, and then you get this scene.
I'm trying to do my job. You two will be the only staff on site for this rotation. I'm just saying, if the main gate's power fails, then there's no way in or out of the observatory.
That's why there are backup generators. Jesus, why the hell are we even discussing this?
Just don't you come running to me if you get locked in.
If we get locked in, we won't be able to come running to you, will we? You let us worry about the clever stuff, and you can concentrate on sweeping up leaves and changing light bulbs. Happy? Now piss off.
Jeez.
So.
That was unnecessary. Just because you're angry with me doesn't mean you have to take it out on everyone else.
Kate, can we just talk about this?
No, Stephen, I'm done. I just want to get out of this place, and tonight is our best chance of doing that. You prep the arrays, I'm heading up to Tower 6.
Kate. I love you. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. Come on, let's get started.
Now, my understanding is Kate and Steven are like the lead scientists involved with studying whatever event is transpiring. So we'll move through here. I'll make sure I hold down R2 so we can explore as much as possible before the hour is up. But now here comes like this thing will be a name. I believe this is Jeremy. Yep. See, now you can follow this thing around. You can explore as much as you want, but these little like orbs of light that travel around will actually lead you to where you need to go in terms of like character development for like Jeremy. If I'm, yeah.
Well, I suppose
Yep.
from that we can assume that they really are serious about this whole quarantine thing. If Mrs. Boughton wandered off that way before they closed the road, I suspect we'll never find her. Not until this whole thing blows over.
But it's more than a little odd. I mean, this is Yorton, for goodness sake. There was no need for them to be so rude.
Well, if they are so concerned that they are willing to close off the roads, I suspect they would argue that there is every need. What is certain is that for the time being, none of us are going anywhere.
But he had a rifle, a soldier with a rifle, in Shropshire. The world's gone stark raving mad. I've a good mind to write to my MP.
You do that, Barb, and I'll personally deliver it for you. Once this blockade is removed anyway. Come on, Bob. I can't spend all day chasing pensioners around the valley. The surgery won't open itself. I need to grab some paracetamol when we get back as well. Cracking headache all of a sudden.
No, I know that wasn't Jeremy, because Jeremy is the pastor of this village. He runs the church. So we'll keep an eye on that orb, but I do know there's like other things you can investigate, and these will count towards trophies. Like these phones, I think you have to answer all the phone calls that take place.
Who's that? Hello? Kate, if you can hear this, you need to shut down the optical array. It's using the observatory as a conduit to reach us, and it's started spreading its range beyond the valley. Kate, we can't afford to let it do that. It's getting stronger. I'm going to call Clive back, and I'm going to force him to order the strike. I just don't see what other choice we have. God knows it
Can you hear me? We need help.
Who are you? Jesus, get off the phone! Get off the phone! It's in the phone!
See, it's really eerie. There's some eerie spots in this, like where you just hear things happening that you don't understand, and like all these things happening during this apocalypse. And this entire village is empty. There's nobody here except for you. So now there's another little event up here. You'll see the orb, but then you'll see like those, like, I don't know what these are. But you walk up to this thing, and we'll do the tilt the controller.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We've all had rejections.
You haven't.
Come on. We'll look at the figures, tighten up the data, and resubmit. Your core idea is sound. You just got the number slightly wrong.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you. I think you are a brilliant man, Dr. Appleton. Listen. I'm here, right? We're together, you and me. The alignment event tomorrow. It's yours, okay? You saw the opportunity, you ran the numbers. Even if they can't see it, I'm proud of you.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Steven.
Steven's kind of a douche.
Look on the bright side. Around here, you're a hero. Prodigal son returns, right? I'm surprised they haven't erected a statue in your honor yet.
Oh, you can laugh all you want. But I'll bet the parish council have a subcommittee working on that right now.
Let's see, we know that thing took off that way. You can check out, I think, the pub here. I know somewhere there's a trophy that if you wait for a drink, a trophy will pop, I think. Like, I don't know how long you have to wait here. I'm not going to wait very long. I just want to see if the trophy pops. Because there's something about waiting for an attendant that's never going to serve you and you get a trophy or something like that. It does not appear to be happening here. See, and make sure you always check these radios too that are sitting about. There's always a message when you interact with them.
I keep looking, but it makes no sense. The area we picked the pattern up from can no longer be located on the scope. That's just not possible. You can see significant changes to the quality of the ambient light in that part of the sky. It's overexposed, like a Polaroid left in direct sunlight.
All right, so we'll follow this orb of light that's flying around here, but just make sure if you do play this to make sure you investigate everything, answer all the phones.
They see me as an outsider here as well.
Is that supposed to make me feel any better?
You know, I understand it's difficult. That's all I'm saying. Your lot up at Vallis have never mixed with the local community. People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community. Be involved. Be seen as part of it. One of them.
That's Jeremy.
Morning, Father. Lovely day. Oh, hello. Mrs. Appleton, isn't it?
It's Dr. Collins.
Lady scientist. Whatever next.
Good morning, Barbara.
Father Wheeler.
You really think that's a community that will ever see me as one of them? I can live with them staring at me. They just stay out of my way.
Alright, so I'll follow this thing. I will say that holding down R2 will have you moving at a better pace Not that and the thing is, I played for 3.5 hours last night. I was up till 3:30 in the morning playing this, and I didn't have an issue with the moving pace at the time. Alright, so we'll do this.
What are you doing? I saw you doing that.
Stay away from me. Don't come near me.
This is people's property. You're scaring them.
It's all over the village. It's got into everything. It's so fast.
What are you talking about?
It's traveling down the wires.
Yeah, come on, you've lost your mind. Where is Kate? What have you done with her?
Don't you understand? It's breaching the quarantine and adapting.
Give me that bloody can. Hand it over, Appleton.
Look, get off. No, Sam, stop it.
You weedy little shit. Give
It's
me the can.
mine.
Give me the
Stop
can.
it. I need it.
Grow up!
Fuck. Oh, God, no. It's starting to manifest itself everywhere.
Stephen, come back.
Oh, Christ.
Is everything all right?
Get out of my way.
Where's Kate?
Where do you think she is?
Stephen, what's going on?
Screw Kate. It's all her fault anyway.
What's that mark on your face? Stephen! Stephen!
See, for about the first hour last night, I didn't follow that orb of light. I just kind of wandered around, which you can do. Don't. I'm just going through this a little bit quicker just so I can show you guys and girls like how this story plays out. But you don't have to go through fast. You can explore as much as you want, go where you want, and it makes the game that much better. I thought I saw that thing go in here. I'm gonna go in this house real quick because I hear the...
I saw you from the main road. Not many people are moving around now.
I was looking for Dr. Wade.
Listen, Frank. I don't know what's happened, but your Stephen seems to think he's responsible.
I reckon he is.
He said, Kate's still up at the observatory, but the gates are locked. Frank, there's going to be a rescue soon, I'm sure of it. They'll send planes or something.
Well, they'll send planes, all right. This pattern of his, we're in the center of it. Which means if they intend to stop it, we're right in the firing line.
Like stuff like that, when they say stuff like that, you just get goosebumps. You're just like, man, that they don't know what's going on. They're accepting that, you know, like the guy said, we're right in the firing lane of where they're going to strike if they want to try to quarantine or isolate whatever it is that's happening here. So now we got the church bells are ringing.
Well, I really don't see what it has to do with me at all.
The village looks up to you. I just think with what's been happening with Mr. Coles and Mrs. Boughton and the others, that people need somewhere to talk, to feel safe.
Perhaps they don't think that your church is somewhere they feel particularly safe.
I don't need your forgiveness, Wendy. Or theirs. Whosoever thou art that judgest, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. Romans chapter 2, verse 1.
Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It's not my judgment you should be worried about, Father. But fine. I'll talk to Barbara. Ask her to put a note up in the surgery about an extra service. Will that do?
Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you out there, you bastard? You got them all? You got them all? Oh, Jesus Christ. Help me, oh Lord. Give me strength. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Is anyone still there? Oh. You are still here then. I should have expected that. Come on then. Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to. Their line has gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh God. Oh God.
Makes you wonder what's going on, what happened. That's just the beauty of this game, like Goosebumps again, man. You're just like, wow, that's just so eerie. Then as soon as you complete that story arch for that character, you just follow like these markings. And it doesn't let you walk faster here, like you gotta go with this normal spade, so here comes the next character. And I believe this is Wendy? I didn't check to see if there's anything in here. Probably not. But just again, I'm playing through it quickly just to get to the next part of the story before give you a good hour look into the game. But make sure you explore everything. Search every building. There's a lot more to the story hidden. More things you'll learn through the radios and the phones. I can't stress that enough. Wendy loves birds a lot.
You do look ever so drawn this morning.
That bloody dog kept me awake. And there was that thing in the sky. The radio says it was an electrical storm, but I don't know what it was. This morning, I found some dead birds in the garden.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if it might have had something to do with the atmospheric conditions.
Why, Stephen will probably know. I'll give him a call in a bit.
Wendy, I've popped around because we've had some incidents with some of the more elderly residents. Mrs. Boughton has, well, vanished, for want of a better word. Wandered off somewhere, no doubt. I thought I'd best check and see you're all right.
The council are talking about a flu epidemic.
Yes, well, I'm not sure it's flu as such. But no headaches, nosebleeds, no joint pains or digestive issues.
Dr. Wade, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Go and find some real sick people to look after. And
Wendy's a
if you see
tough
that
old
son of
dame.
mine, tell him that his mother's looking for him.
And Wendy is Stephen, the doctor's mom. Say no to Val's extension. Is a seventh tower really necessary? And Val's Observatory, and I believe that's where Stephen and Kate work. And the sound in this game is awesome. Like, it's just, you really feel like you're alone in this world, and you are. And it's just, the music and the voice acting is phenomenal as well. Like, there's going to be quite a few lines that, like I said, will leave you with goosebumps and emotional. I mean, it's just a great story. Where do you want me to go, buddy?
Going away, Amanda?
Oh, just for a few days, yeah. First thing in the morning. I don't want the kids to catch this flu if it's going round.
It's probably that father, Jeremy, spreading it around while he tries to bully everyone into donations for the summer fete.
Seems very quiet in the village, actually, Wendy. Not much bullying to be done.
Oh, Father, I didn't know you were here.
Clearly. Listen, I came up here to tell Amanda that we've had some vandalism in the village. Must be a teenage thing. Tagging, I think they call it. Someone's painting all over doors and things.
Little vandals. Well, I'll tell Neil to make sure we're properly locked up when we go.
A good man like my Eddie gone. And these thugs and yops running around defacing property. He gave everything to his country, and look what he got in return. Nothing but an early death.
He had a good life, Wendy.
He had a short life. I look to my birds, Father. Lives lived unencumbered, free and simple. That's as God meant things to be.
And you'll hear audio cues to let you know when there's like a radio nearby. I think this one's up here.
Every computer in the observatory has set itself to 6:07 a.m. June 6th, 1984. I don't understand what that means.
All right, let's go follow this light. See, I think what I did yesterday is when I was wandering around. I mean, I walked around the main village, like where the church is, and I came across a lot of conversations and such. And I think I was going out of order. Like, I think. There's the phone.
It got as far as the Haverton substation before we cut the lines. The interchange there just started dialing numbers at random.
And the symptoms you're seeing match those we've been tracking here.
Sickness, headaches, nosebleeds, eventual hemorrhage, then just light, whatever the hell that means.
Then we've got to stop it before it finds another way out of the valley. Clive, you've got to order a strike.
What?
An airstrike. We have to kill it.
No. No, I don't agree. We've quarantined the valley, we've cut the lines, it's contained.
What if you're wrong? Are you happy to have that on your conscience?
Stephen, I said it's contained.
Another phone.
Hello, Frank Appleton. Breaker Lost Cowboy, this is Traveling Sherlock. You copy, over. You daft bugger, Charlie. You don't do it when you're using the phone. You'd say this too seriously, Appleton, I'm telling you. It is serious. It's not larking about. You be listening to your number stations again, Frankie. It's not funny. It's serious stuff, and you should mind it. Now then, I'm assuming this is about a pint. I am going to the Whistler. My round, I think. I'll not argue with that. Frank, have you seen the sky? It's amazing. Don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I didn't realize we were off to a poetry recital as well, Charlie.
Click. You can see the bloody rags. They mentioned earlier that you get headaches, bloody noses, and then you see a light. So you can kind of see the last spots for some of these people before whatever happened. Alright, where's my little light? Okay.
Terry called this morning. Said there was a problem with Harvey. Said he couldn't get through to the vet, so I said I'd come round and take a look.
There's a lot of dead birds today. More here, too, poor little things. I've been trying to get hold of Steve, and he always knows what to do.
Got round here and no sign of either of them.
With any luck, the stupid creature will have run under a car. It's probably rabies.
There's all the dead birds laying about.
Harvey, come on, boy.
Come on, Harvey.
Come on, Harvey. Come on, boy.
Harvey.
Harvey!
Push it. Push the bloody thing.
You push it. I told you it would get stuck.
Should have just taken the cards. It was a stupid idea.
Moving here was a stupid idea, and I told you. Barbara said they blocked the roads. You go and look then.
Wait, is that Harvey? Harvey? Harvey!
Harvey! Here, boy! Come here, boy!
I'm married. You have to stop this.
He's still sweet on you, Elizabeth.
He left. It's too late.
You loved each other long before she came along. It's just about making things as they should be.
Wendy, no.
It's not like you won't bump into each other anyway. One drink, what can that hurt?
One drink, maybe.
Oh, one drink, wonderful.
See, I can't tell because remember the lady went up to Kate and was like Miss Appleton, and she was like Dr. Collins, and then we got Frank Appleton, and Wendy does not like, obviously does not like Kate, so that makes me wonder if that other woman that Wendy was just talking to was like Steven's ex-wife. I'm not sure. It's hard to figure out. Trying to piece these things together.
Phone call from Steven. He wants to shut down the receiver. Something about instances across the valley. There's intermittent electrostatic discharges radiating out of Tower 6. All of the electrics on the main gate are blown. I'll find time to take a look once the data stream begins to calm down here.
That little orb just waiting for me up there. I'm coming.
I can't see him. Should we go down?
Just leave it. We've got to keep moving.
Sean! We can't just leave him. He must be really badly hurt.
Jesus, Diana, we've got the kid in the car. We should just keep driving.
We can't just drive off and... Look! He's there. He's in the car. Oh, he's hurt. We got to get down there.
I said, leave him. We've got to get out of the valley while we can.
Oh my God, he's trying to undo his seatbelt.
Here we are. He's fine then. Come on, love. Come on. Come on.
They're in a rush, and they just kind of left this guy down here. I don't know if they caused the accident, but it's sad. Robert Graves, so Robert. I'm trying to remember if we've come across him yet. We know that's Robert. Oh, is that the orb way over there? It sure is. Just got sidetracked. I wonder if that's a glitch, because it's just... Is there anything up here? Huh. Well, let's proceed. I don't know what that thing's doing. It's just kind of floating there. Oh, I just saw a flash up there, so there's definitely something up there we need to do. coming. It's cool. It gives you little hints like that, but making noises and, like I said, audio cues to kind of. Ooh.
Howard, what's happened?
Stephen, thank God. Listen, I need you to get to the junction box. See if there's a phone working. No, stay back. Don't come up here. Oh, Christ. Is that...
Bloody idiot! Where the hell did they think they were going?
I think they must have thought they could walk out along the line.
Well, there won't be any more trains now.
You're a callous bastard, Stephen.
Just pragmatic, Howard. Did you say there's a working phone in the junction box?
I've lost my shoes. I lost my shoes, sir. There's arches on the green. They've taken my shoes, sir.
Howard? Howard Lantham! You open the door this instant, young man.
I lost my shoes.
Now get up. Get up.
I lost my shoes.
What on earth are you doing here, Howard?
Stephen, he told me to stay in case Lizzie phoned.
Stephen, where is he?
What are you doing with those birds?
Concentrate, Howard. Where's Stephen?
He said we couldn't help them. He took my shoes so I'd stay.
Listen to me, Howard Lantham. You find your shoes and you get to the village. Find Father Jeremy. He'll give you some soup or something. Be off with you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna find my son. Then I'm gonna ask him what on earth he thinks he's doing.
So, all right, we're back on Wendy's trail. What was that? I saw a flat. Yeah, it's over here. Unless that's the orb that's still stuck. Yeah, that's the orb. Alright. Let's keep moving down the road. Definitely a radio nearby.
Wendy? Wendy, wake up.
Eddie, is that you?
No, it's me. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. The door was open. I didn't think Graham would mind.
I'm sure he won't. What are you doing here?
Looking for Stephen, but I just ran out of steam. And the door was open. Have you listened to the radio? I thought I heard him on the radio before.
All over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
We can't turn it away.
What's he talking about?
I dunno ken. But if he's on the radio, I can try and reach him on the CB. You go to Stephen's house, and if I get hold of him, I'll tell him to come and find you.
Let's go hit this radio up in the back. See what kind of message is on it. I don't think I grabbed this one last time.
There's something in the observatory with me. I can feel it reaching out to me. When it's close, I'm overcome with the most profound sense of loneliness.
Come on, you stupid bastard. It's not now, come on. God damn bloody thing! Jesus! Come on, not now! Jesus, come on, you bastard! Start, you bastard! Come on! Ah!
I think that was Steven.
Stephen? Stephen, are you here? It's your mother. Answer me. Stephen! What have you done, Stephen? Oh, Kate.
There must be a logic to the pattern. It's shifting in response to me. It's alive. It's the only explanation.
Yeah, I said most, you know, not all the doors can be open, but you'll see the ones that can are either open slightly, or some of them you'll see doors that have like quarantine stickers on it. Those ones you won't be able to get into, but oh.
Where's Kate? Are you here? Stephen? I can hear the planes. It's the government coming to rescue us. You can come out now. It's all gonna be all right. I can hear the jets coming. It's like when Eddie came home. It's like your dad coming home again. I'm here. I'm down here. This way.
And that's where she left, because there's her stroller and all the birds that she had with her. And see, when you see the jets fly overhead, back in the main village where we started at, if you wander around, I think there's a pond in the middle of town. If you stop and look at one of the there's a canister near the water that says VX gas. So, you know, was that what happened? Is that what killed everybody, or is there more to it than that? I don't know, but I know VX gas is really bad. But yeah, that's you can see containers of it laying around in the park. So I don't know if those jets that were flying overhead were dropping those, but oh, there we go. Got another orb. I think this is exactly where I left off. It was on Frank. I think this is Frank right here. Frank, I think it's Appleton. So we started with Father Jeremy, then we went to Stephen's mom, Wendy, and now this is Frank Appleton. And I think this is Kate's ex-husband, I think. We'll play a little bit here through Frank's just to see what's going on. Like I said, I don't want to play too long because I don't want to ruin this for those of you that are on the fence about picking it up. See, now we're up at the top by Appleton's farm. So we started down here by the Vallis Observatory. We've made our way around town. There's, like I said, there's quite a bit to explore. And I think that's going to be part of the fun. You know, I'm not playing it the proper way. I know that. I'm just kind of going through, just like I said, to show you guys and girls the story, but...
I messed up, Frank, but I've done my time. They shouldn't keep on punishing me.
Some folk won't let go, Reese, and they've got nothing better to do than to poke their noses into other people's business. There's nothing you can do about it, son.
I'm doing a good job. I'm working hard. I swear, Mrs. Graves thinks I'll start nicking stuff if she turns her back for a second.
Lizzie's all right. She's one of the good ones.
Yeah, well, she's not exactly honest with her husband about what she gets up to.
None of that. You're angry about people judging you. Don't be so fast to judge others.
Sorry, Frank.
It's like this whole town is full of cheating spouses.
Your head down. Do you think you can manage?
Gob, nose, head. Got it.
And steer clear of that Rachel girl. If I've seen you two making eyes at each other, then so's her dad. And you don't want Sam Baker coming round after you. Now, pass me that socket spanner and we'll see if we can get this wheel back on.
Seriously, you got Frank Appleton or his son talking about some Lizzie lady who's going around behind her husband's back. You got Wendy telling some lady to hook up with her son even though he's married. It's like, what the hell kind of town is this?
Can you see the observatory from there?
That's over the ridge, just past the windmill. You want to live near the station in case you need a quick getaway?
Something like that. So you and Stephen, I'm sensing there's not a lot of love lost there, huh?
That's between him, me, and the cows.
You're gonna have to explain that one for me.
It's nobody else's business. Look, you seem all right to me. You don't want to worry about that lot in the village.
Provided I'm left alone, I'm happy. Stephen's the one who likes to be at the center of things.
No change there, then.
Francis Appleton. You are a bad man. No wonder your sister won't talk to you.
I don't know, man. He sounds kind of old. Well, I'm still not sure I can piece that together yet. Where are you taking me here, orb? Shh, there we go. There we go.
Breaker 9, call in on 9. This is Lost Cowboy looking for anyone out there. Hello? Breaker 1-9. Breaker Travelin Sherlock. Charlie, you out there? Over. Hello?
My family, my wife and kids. You know perfectly well what you've got to do. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant. My own family.
Damn it, don't you think I'm aware of that? I'll still be here when you drop the fucking stuff.
No.
Don't you lecture me about sacrifice, you spineless little shit.
Stupid bastards!
If you're so full of ideas, you come here and try dealing with it. Tell them the time when we had a choice is over. Tell them to do it. You've got to do it now.
Steven really wants that VX gas to get dropped, or what? I'm assuming that's what they're referring to as the VX gas.
Wade called me in about 6 weeks after, once he thought I could cope with knowing. Can I ever repay you for what you did?
She was a good woman, Frank.
The best.
You should come back to church. Back to the community. You're missed.
I hate him, Father. I can't get down on my knees and pretend otherwise.
Okay.
And I don't understand why you don't hate him too.
I try my hardest not to, Frank. Goes against the job description somewhat. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for. The conviction of things not seen. We have to trust him, even when his methods are hidden from view. Maybe see you on Sunday.
Okay, so I was way off. That's Frank talking about, I'm assuming his wife died. And I do know Father Jeremy, his wife died. All right, this is all new to me. I didn't see any of this yesterday, so we're going through this together.
I hung up on Stephen. He doesn't understand. Even if he were here to experience it directly, I'm still not sure he would. There has to be a way of consolidating, of offering reciprocal amplification to this signal.
Where is my little orb? There it is. Okay, so back here. Something in that house. Nothing in here. Oh, we got a radio here.
The radio telescope in Tower 6 is burned out. The background radiation coming in from the Penrose region is off the scale. It's like mathematics is bending along with the light. Everything is bathed in a strange glow. My face is still numb from the burn.
My face is still numb from the burn. Well, there's definitely something going on in here. Let's see what's going on up here.
How's your sister, Frank?
We've not spoken since the funeral.
Ah, I see. Well, listen, I did rather wonder if you might do me a bit of a favor and check in on her. See if she's all right.
Dr. Wade, if they drop the bomb, there'd be no left but cockroaches and Wendy Boyles.
It's a bit odd, really. There's an old chap, John Coles, regular visitor at Lakeside, went walkabout sometime last night. Now it appears Mrs. Boughton has done the same.
Enid? Well, that'd be clever. They amputated her leg last spring.
Yes, that's the thing. I've also got a surgery full of people with nosebleeds and headaches. The council are saying influenza, but I've been practicing for 35 years and I'm not convinced. I just wondered if you might pop by and see her.
Even if I did, do you really think she'd let me in?
Fine. Forget it. I'll see her. Leave it to me. Oh, and Frank, call the hospital and get them to collect all this stuff. It's been 8 months.
Oh, okay, so his wife died at home. Having a hard time letting that go. Just the way they tell this story, you know, it's not your typical storytelling. Some of it's really sad. Frank knows his stuff about vehicles.
It's bloody England. You can't just stop the train, stop people travelling about the place. I don't like it, Frank. I don't like it at all.
Well, nobody likes it. No sense sweating cobs over it.
Folk all riled about it, giving me grief. I didn't stop the bloody trains, did I? And did they give me any warning? No, they bloody didn't. Yesterday, it's all like keep 'em calm, Howard, minor disruptions, and today it's all government edicts and not until further notice, and you'll manage. Half the village has vanished.
It's a couple of people. It's hardly half the village.
Oh, right now. You forget, I've seen things. I was in the Falklands. I tell you, I got out the old air raid siren to test it this morning.
Air raid siren. What on earth are you going to do with one of those?
I found it in the station storeroom. Took it home, stuck it under the bed. Thought it might be worth something one day. Oh, damn it.
It's all right. It's just a nosebleed. Here, here's my Yankee. It's clean.
Thanks, Frank, thanks. Been getting like a bloody drain all day.
So that guy's sick. And I think this should take me to Frank's sister's house. I think that's where it's taking me. I'm going to go up here.
Miss Graham.
Morning, Frank.
You look a little out of breath. What's up?
Bloody observatory gates have failed. I came to see if I could borrow a ladder.
Bloody hell, there's a 12-foot drop the other side of that wall.
I'm old, but I'm not useless. Now, can I borrow the ladder?
No one said you were useless. Reese?
Hi, Frank.
Fetch Graham the ladder, will you, lad? It's round the side of the barn.
Will do.
And you be careful. I don't want Stephen Appleton coming mithering round here because you've broken your neck.
Whoa.
Hi! I want a word with you.
Jesus, what the bloody hell are you doing?
What are you up to?
Get out of my way. This is important.
You've been with Lizzie. You mess with her, I'll knock your bloody block off,
I
son.
need to track the pattern. It's critical.
What are you talking about, Stephen? People are sick. Birds are dying. My cows are dead. Where's Kate?
Still up at the tower for all I know. I could recalibrate the radial coordinates on the primary oscillators. If that holds up...
Stephen, where's Kate? What's going on?
Just keep out of my way!
Tell you what, man, some of these views are just beautiful.
You never mentioned anything about them sickening yesterday.
I checked them last night on the way back and they were fine. I woke up this morning and the whole lot had gone. Tell me, Charlie, have you heard any birds today?
Well, I've not really been paying any attention.
That sister of mine reckons they're dropping out the sky all round the Wrekin. And Dr. Wade reckons there's sick folk all over the village.
Meg said not to bother trying to get deliveries out. Said the quarantine in the whole valley. I reckon it's best we just sit it out. It'll all come right, Frank.
This'll all come right?
Yeah, right. I am sorry about your cows, Frank. Vision for this sort of thing.
You want to listen to the radio more. Things don't seem like they're settling down at all. I tell you, Charlie, something big is happening.
If we can make it to Frank's ending here in the next like 20 minutes, that's when we'll wrap up the stream just to kind of see what happens with Frank. There's a big light way up there. I don't know if you see that up to the left, unless that's a glare off a window, but...
There you go.
Oh, thanks, Frank. That should get it out of the way. I don't know what happened. It just died on me.
Give it another go.
Oh, I only just put petrol in it as well. Robert's taken the other car into town. I wish he'd get back. He promised me that he'd be back this morning.
Ooh,
You think he's off on another bender?
Oh, I can't police him all the time, Frank. He's not a child.
What's going on, Lizzie?
Nothing.
You're seeing Stephen again, aren't you?
Oh boy.
You two can't keep pithering on like this. If Robert hasn't already worked it out, he soon will.
Oh, not if he carries on drinking the way he is. Pardon my French, but bloody freaking thing, why won't it start?
Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Alright, so Lizzie is Robert's wife. That's who the kid was talking about, and she's hooking up with Steven, and I believe that's who Wendy was talking to, saying, hey, have a drink or whatever. So, infidelities everywhere in this town. Drama.
Got the telescope up and running again, but the pattern has burnt itself onto the lens. It's soaking up light and radiation, but not routing it anywhere, so I can only guess that it's using it as an energy source in its attempts to communicate. It needs more power. I wonder if I could boost the reception by using multiple towers.
Frank, for God's sake, stop!
Keep back, you bastard. I know what you've done.
Where's Lizzie? Where is she? I've got to find her.
You stay away. Someone's got to warn them. Someone's got to stop it.
You can't stop it. You have to understand. You hate me, I get that. But if we don't do this, it's not just the valley, it's everything, Frank. It's all gone.
You're talking bollocks.
You can't stop it! Jesus!
Whoa.
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going. But if you see Lizzie, tell her to get out. There's still time. Please, Frank. For her, not me.
If you're that bloody caring, you can save her yourself.
Don't you get it? I have to stay. Someone has to be here to confirm that everyone is dead.
Where are you taking me, Orb? Uh-oh. There's the air, or the air raid. The guy picked up the air raid bell. Air raid bell. What the hell am I talking about? Air raid siren. Alright, let's see what this is all about.
My name is Frank Jacob Appleton. And if you're listening to this, then maybe Stephen was right. And by sending the planes, he stopped it all getting worse. It's a beautiful morning. I wasn't there when Mary died. I was too scared. So I went to the pub instead. What will be, Frank, she said. And I just want you to face it with me. And I didn't. But I will now. I will face it with you now, Mary. They're coming.
That's really sad. Man, I mean, that is really sad stuff, man. Ugh. Whew. I'm telling you, man, that'll get you deep every time. Let's move on and find out who we got next, and that'll be the end of the stream. Make sure you stay tuned to shortpause.com. We'll have a review up for this game. As soon as I can play through it, I'm going to try to finish it up tomorrow. I understand it's not a very long game. But from what I've played so far, I mean, it's a mystery. You are still trying to figure out what's going on, what's causing this event, but the characters that you're learning about in the process are just really well written, and the voice acting is phenomenal, and some of this is really heart-wrenching. Like that last spot with Frank was pretty sad. I mean, you find out that he wasn't there when his wife died, and just his ways with dealing with things, and it's that's too bad. Just excellent storytelling, phenomenal storytelling. And the music is what just really carries these scenes. I mean, like, we're moving to the next person, I'm assuming, and you get to think about everything that happened to Frank, and you're still trying to piece things together, and you just got this music that's just puts you in a trance. It's just so good. And here comes our next person. Oh, okay, now we get to learn about Lizzie. Lizzie sounds like a complex character. I'm curious to see how this turns out. What do we got up here? It looks like a big parking lot. But as I was saying, make sure you stay tuned to shortpause.com. Follow us on Twitter at The Short Pause. Our podcast just came out the other day, so you can find that on iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud, and TuneIn Radio. And also make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video if you like it. Sound off in the comments below. Let us know what you thought of this video or what you think of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. We want to get your thoughts on it. We'll watch this last clip here, and then that'll be it for the live stream.
Mrs. Graves! Lizzie, Mrs. Graves!
Rachel?
Hey, what on earth's going on? It's been awful. The thunder and the lightning and all the power went out, and everyone was in the hall, so I told them all to stay put. And then Sean Davis said he wasn't going to be told what to do by a stupid bloody girl and went out for a cigarette. And then didn't come back. And then Di, she went out after him and she didn't come back either.
Where's Dylan? Was he with Sean and Di?
No, I've been looking after him. Do you think they'll come back?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I just know if he was my baby, I could never leave him. Even if the whole world was coming to an end, I'd make sure he came first.
You'd be a good mum, Rachel. Oh, don't worry. It's fine. Go back inside and tell everyone that they're doing a great job. A really wonderful job. I just got a few things to finish up here, and then I'll come in and join you.
Right.
Go on.
Well, that is the end of the stream. Thanks for tuning in, and I think next week, I'm sure we'll be streaming the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta, assuming that there isn't an NDA that we can stream it. Otherwise, stay tuned. Make sure you visit www.shortpause.com/live. We'll have a schedule of the upcoming games that we'll be live streaming. So thanks again for tuning in. Have a great night.